Hey guys, Footy Manager TV here. Welcome to episode number 3 of my Arsenal Football Manager 2016 Let's Play. And today's episode, we are going to be heavily focusing on transfers here. We're really past all that pre-season setting up kind of stuff now with tactics and just meeting with different people, with teams, conferences, everything like that. And we can solely focus on transfers now and hopefully can round it up in this episode. Hopefully a big episode of transfers. First up, Gabbiadini. You know the offer was accepted. At the end of the previous episode, I was really happy with that and the price we got him for compared to Morata. I feel their output could be similar in terms of goals and how much they'll do for the team. And Morata, they'll probably double, yeah? Like, 23 million was accepted, and that was with a bit of extra bonuses as well that might eventually rise to 27 million. So I'm pretty happy with that deal for Gabbiadini's quality and age. Like I talked about, he's the perfect age I want. A guy that's already ready-made, but he can get better at the same time at 23. He's a first-team player, but he can get better because he's only 23. He's not going to be getting worse, most definitely, for a long time. Look at his attributes. Preferred moves. He's got some excellent ones. Shoots from distance. Shoots with power. Tries long-range free kicks. And cuts inside from right wing. Don't forget, he's natural as a right winger as well. And yeah, on that left foot, cuts inside. And he shoots with power and distance as well. So his long shots will most definitely come into play. That's how I feel with Arsenal. We don't have that kind of guy who could play out wide and take some long shots with that kind of ability. So I'm really excited about him. And again, his only cons are that he would need to learn the language, and loan, that doesn't really mean anything. And all these positives there, yeah, looked really good to me. So he handles himself in a professional manner. I like that. And it says he's adaptable, fairly adaptable when living in another country. And he enjoys big matches. Just everything. There's no negatives about him. And that's 2020 judgment from our scout, Rowley. So that's perfect. He's just got some really balanced attributes. Look, technicals there. For me, all the ones that are important, kind of, like there was marking, tackling, they're not really important. The rest, the lowest is 13. That's dribbling, but then there's a lot of 14s. At like a minimum. So yeah, I'm really excited. I'm really excited about him. So hopefully, yeah, we'll be able to actually offer the contract now, and we'll see if we can accept, or if he will accept. First team, we'll leave that. This is the request he wanted as well. So we'll put in appearance fee. We'll just increase. This is what I usually do. This is just my method of doing things, offering contracts personally. Because the biggest thing for me, when you're a big team, you have money, and I just want to make sure he comes, most definitely, even though that sounds sexual, but we'll move on. We'll just put winning Champions League 650k, sell-on fee percentage. I never really have that, so no, I'm not really one to put that in, so I usually would remove that if it's shown. Sign-on fee. Yeah, trust me, look, I try and lower the fees as much as I can, but yeah, some players, they just have to have a certain amount. So 1.5, I generally don't like going too higher than that, but sometimes you have to. Agent fee, we'll try and drop agent fee even to 600k, but we may need to add another bonus. Top goal scorer. There's a potential for him to become top goal scorer. You can't offer more to win Champions League. I'd put a bit more than that in the past. A goal bonus? I'm not sure, or just give him more wage. I want to give him 100k to settle on that kind of amount, 100k, but I feel he'll still request a bit more. I don't know. I'll increase the appearance fee a bit more. 17.5. Suggest terms. Yeah, see, I knew they really want that salon fee, don't they? But I don't want to add that. So it's hard to get him on the cheap. So this is the first real negotiation I'm having in FM16. So sign-on fee. Maybe I'll budge for 2 million, but I just feel I need to add something else if I'm going to lower those. So, yeah, if you're going to lower some money somewhere, you're going to have to increase it somewhere else. That's the way it goes. Unused sub fee, 17, but he'll probably come off, but just, yeah, something else extra to increase, I suppose. Add clause. Anything else I feel that could be decent. I don't like putting wage rises in, especially with someone who's already on a decent amount. Seasonal Larnack goal bonus. Maybe I could put that like 30 goals. I know if he has a 30-goal season somehow, that would put us in a great position. Like, we would have an amazing season. So I'll give him $1 million for that. It's a lot of money, but if he smashes in 30 goals, there's a good chance we'll at least win the Premier League or Champions League with those goals from one player. One player, 30 goals. So it's just terms. Okay, accepted. So yeah, I always have to add something extra there, but I'm pretty happy with what I was able to do there in terms of offering Gabbiadini the contract. I'm happy with that. So anything else, I just praise the chairman. So as I said, we're basically past all the preseason stuff in terms of setting up like training, tactics, everything else, having team meetings, conferences. So we're just going to work through transfers in this episode. And yeah, hopefully we'll be able... I just want to see the date. Does it say days? Oh, we've got a match today. So we'll simulate through it now. And we'll see how the friendly goes. As I said, we have Arsene Wenger handling the friendlies. So hopefully he'll be able to get a good result for us. Ooh, loan offers made for Rugani. I talked about signing a centre-back. He is one that's on my radar. And interest from decent teams, like they're teams that are good, that are almost at our level. We're probably a bit better than them. But it's interesting, Juve, he's probably almost good enough to start. He's extremely interested in joining the club. Here we go. He might be in a position to suit Premier League football and potentially be a Premier League central defender in the future. It doesn't say like good or world class anymore, so that's an interesting one, because I like, how good do you know? You look at his potential, because I'm thinking if we can at least get him on a loan deal, that would be pretty decent. But we need like a future fee. I'd love to get a future fee for him. So what would that be recommended as? Like estimated cost in between 20.5 million to about 41.5. So yeah, we're going to have to put in an interesting offer. Where are we? Make an offer. We'll put the offer for the loan. Future fee, we have to be realistic here. Just put in... what are we going to put in? We'll see if 25 mil. 25 mil? I'm not sure if that will get accepted, but we'll just... What's the wages they want? Does it say? I'm just trying to see if... No, it doesn't really say. It's just default on 40%. So it's not just... Maybe that's the amount they want. So I'm going to leave it like that for now. The Arsenal board will allow to offer wages up to 41. Yeah, 200%. So that's all good. We could give 100% if they request that. But we'll suggest that. See how it goes. Future fee. Ooh, they want 45.5. Yeah, they require wage contribution of 40%. So that's pretty good. Like, that's a pretty decent amount. Like, even if it's not even 50%. But yeah, usually you expect to pay closer to 100%, I feel. Let's try and do... what are we going to... 28. 28. Hopefully we can keep negotiating. I'm not trying to bargain too hard here, but 28 mil. Acceptable? Okay. Because they had it like around 40 or something. So, and it's said in between... What was it? I'll go back to the report, but we'll make the offer. I'm pretty happy with that, because obviously we're not paying that. That's just the amount we'll choose to pay if we want to sign him. So it's good to have him for a season on loan. I'm really happy about that. And we can get a close... It's not just having him for a season and having a potential for a future fee, but it's like we can get a look at him for a year. There's nothing better than that. So I'm pretty happy with that, as the estimated cost was 20.5 million in between 41.5. I reckon I got it about less than in between that. like less than halfway. We're about 30 million, just under that. So I'm pretty happy. And of course, it's not paying it for sure if you guys think it's too much money. So Diakate, it said it would be delayed. But I hope it does go through. I hope the work permit can go through, even though, he said it probably won't. I just hope so. He's got that natural fitness as well. I praised him already. And if he does go through, I'd be really happy. Even if he needs a loan spell out to a team for that, we'll have to see. But I probably want to be. I'll say I want to be making a move for a centre back at this right now. But we're getting Rugani potentially on loan. There's another guy I want as well. That's an absolute superstar. I'll show you. We'll go to scouting, and we'll go to my shortlist. I've got a decent amount of players on here. Rugani was one of them, centre back. João Nunes is almost at that level, but then there is. I'll just sort by position so it's less confusing. Oh, he's not on the shortlist. Okay, I was surprised. Sorry about that. We'll go to AC Milan. It's one of their centre backs, so AC Milan. Shouldn't they come up? It's very complicated, isn't it? But anyway, I'll check out the first guy here, Thiago Ruiz Diaz. He's solid, but he's only 17. He's in the same boat that if that other guy gets accepted, the defensive midfielder, centre mid, where it said he wouldn't accept the work permit, I'll go for this guy as well, because it said the same thing, and he looks like a good player for the future. But this is the lad I was talking about, Alessio Romagnoli. For me, he's the best centre-back to sign, judging off his attributes, age, everything like that. But he did recently move to AC Milan, so he probably wouldn't want to join in the first season. So we get scout report on him, but, look at those strong attributes. For me, the ideal partnership, Italian partnership of Alessio Romagnoli and Daniele Rugani, it's almost the best in the game to get those two players and get guys I haven't used before, opposed to someone like Belanda, who I've signed probably at least minimum in the last 2 years, if not 3. So, get the Italian partnership at the back potentially at some point. It will be very formidable. So you can see there the intra-club friendly. Of course, the first team winning 4-1, Giroud scoring a hat-trick, but I don't really take too much into that. I almost take more out of Dragomir scoring like a young talent. Did really well against experienced lads to step up and, bag a goal. Okay, it was from a penalty, but it's good experience for him, I suppose. And, he looks like a good talent for us. Again, is he improving at all right now? Show recent attribute changes. Can't really see that at the minute. If you click, nothing really changes, so because it would come up with another section, remember when you would choose that, so maybe it's just like an arrow next to it, which, I'll probably prefer that instead of, moving the number, or, something next to it, which is okay, but anyway, we'll find that out as we go on. Rugani accepted. Just simple as that. I suppose that's the thing about loan deals, when it's more about where the player wants to go, it's not about offering him a better deal. So that's interesting, because when multiple teams transfer for one player, transfer gets accepted. You can put in a better contract, like more money or something like that. But now it's kind of just which team he wants to go to. He gets to choose. I hope he joins us. I'll like him. I'll like him more, like the decision he made, because other teams, he had to accept. But we're the best out of those teams. But maybe he'll want to move to a team he'll be more regular starting in. But I hope so. And then be able to sign him for that price, depending how he develops for us. He could be really worth the amounts. So what's up next? Continental Club competition. Financial fair play regulations, fairly simple. Usually big teams don't have to worry about that, surprisingly, because they generate a lot of money coming in. And I've never had to worry about it before, because I don't spend ridiculous money at the same time. And I like money to keep coming in. So, that's it. 7 days to the next game. And don't forget, we have Chelsea. We got them in the Community Shield, McDonald's Community Shield. So, I at least want to build up to that game I want to make some signings before that game in this episode, and I feel, that'll be a good episode for this one. And you can see, like I said, there's Romanoli has no interest in joining because recently signed and he's a wonder kid. He's most definitely interest for me at some point. At some point, I'd love to bring him in, but just, not quite possible right now. And these two injuries are still bugging me a lot. Like, I feel they're real, or maybe I'm not focusing on them a lot, but they're really key injuries. They're massive injuries. I want to put some attention towards that. But that's a lot. So, next up, Juve now want to discuss for Murata. Okay, 40 million. See, that's what I mean. Like, we don't need to sign him after that. It's like, no. We found a better player. So, that's... even if he could put it down a little bit, but, they want a deal in the region, or they're going to want money in that region, so... And that's not that surprising, because he's 27 million value, so they are going to want that. So, sorry, I have to reject that. I'm going with Gabbiadini, who might even have more about him. He's cheaper, and potentially... could be better. Of course, Murata. See, Murata's just a general striker. He's not going to be like a winger that can cut in. That's the thing about Gabbiadini. He could play a winger role as well whenever Giroud is starting or someone else is playing striker as well, whether it be Walcott or in the future when Welbeck comes back. Gabbiadini can play out on the right, cut in on that left, and use his massive strike and his big, powerful strike. So, no doubt he's a good player. But probably too much money for more liking, and we have at least a player of a similar quality. Like, I'd almost say Gabbiadini's better than him. He offers more and cheaper. I'm pretty satisfied with that move then. Also now we have been able to finalize the deal of Riccardo Piccini, 40-year-old head of youth development from Italy, coming in. 519 transfer fee. I'm honestly happy to pay that. Like, what I did with releasing our current guy, was it like 4 million we had to pay, bring in this guy for 500k, but you'd pay that when you've got the money in the bank for 20 judging player ability, 20 judging for the playability and 20 judging for the player potential, so you can bring in quality youth players, and hopefully we'll be able to make much more money than we paid for this guy in the future and release the other guy through quality regions coming in. You can't get anyone better than this. There wasn't anyone else, at least that wanted to join us. And being Italian, I reckon, he could maybe pick up some Italians for us. That's what I've experienced in the past. The nationality of your head of youth development, he can generally bring in some guys from his own country to add to the scouting network from Italy. Anywhere else does he have? Oh, Italy and France as well, 100%. So there's just an extra country there. France, Italy, in my experience, two of the best in terms of producing some quality regions. So I'm happy about that. Leave your thoughts about Riccardo joining in the head of youth development role. And again, another new feature in this year's game, when you sign a head of youth development, he shows you some young talents from the team he's coming from. I suppose that's the benefit. I suppose you can find these guys anyway if you wanted to, but I haven't as of yet. I just haven't thought to search for some Italian guys. So Federico Bonazzoli, probably the best option here. So we'll view a report of him, see how he looks. What's his potential ability's decent. Potential to be a Premier League striker in the future. It will be interesting how good exactly he will be. But again, it's a striker. Would he want a compensation, 1 million? So you could approach the sign. If we wanted a young striker coming through, he could potentially be it. There's some decent Italian. At least get him on the short list. And compensation would just be 1 million like that. Very, very cheap. And if we needed him, he probably wouldn't be able to compete just yet. But initially, he does look good. Initially, he does. And what's his cons? He would just need to suit the language, and maybe could do with a season out on loan in the Championship. Could potentially, because he does say he's adaptable when living in another country. So that takes that out of the equation. Learning the language is something he could do potentially. It's just really positive about him. Compensation just 1 million compared to our current budget. That's not really anything. So I think we're gonna take advantage of that new signing of the head of youth development, and we're gonna make an offer for this guy. I'm happy to give him some extra wage there. Just give up to 2K. Maybe sign-on fee. Just give up to 15K. And drop the agent to about 20. Yeah, drop 20. Anything else? Appearance fee. We'll make that right now. Right now, we'll make it just 1.2K. And we'll see if anything gets accepted. Yeah, after 10 games, we'll give him a bigger wage. 5K, and that should be enough for it to be accepted at this current point in time. So he feels it's acceptable, finalize the deal, and exit talks, and hopefully he'll be able to join. Pretty happy with that. So yeah, I probably wouldn't have went for him for sure if I didn't sign the head of youth development. I just wouldn't have thought to search for him. Maybe later, if I search for like cheap strikers or younger strikers in the transfer window. But yeah, you never know how things are going to play out. But yeah, just for the future. But yeah, sign him, approach to sign. Only $1 million compensation will be worth it, I feel. And I haven't signed him before, actually. So it will be nice. Will be nice to use him. There's some good Italians early, and this guy probably won't be as good. But I think you might as well get him on the short list. So, yeah, right there, just signing a player, potentially, that I didn't expect to right now. And there we go. It's all accepted. Nice, thick and fast. That's what I like to see. Federico Bonazzoli. So it's good to have that young prospect coming through at the same time. And he could potentially be that type that could play as a right winger as well. But that's just an added bonus. For me, he's just, a striker. Interesting that he could be a target man type. Maybe he could eventually, when his attributes all increase together, he could improve to be a complete forward. Like Oliver Giroud says his best role is target man, but he could play as that as well. But we're going to find out. He could be good at poacher as well. Look at his key attributes for his role, target man. But if you look at his other attributes, he's not slow as well. So hopefully those attributes can improve, like his quickness and his strength. By any means, it's not amazing right now, but he's very young. So good signing for us, in my view. And he could make an impact at some point in next season. So there we go. He's signed. That's first signing for us, yeah? So that's a good signing, like I said. Send on intensive language course. Is that needed? Because I've never done that before. I could help him learn English faster. 9.5K. And it's going to last for 38 weeks. So almost a whole year, really. So send on intensive language course. Okay, we'll try that. It's a new game. We'll try the new feature in the game. I've never seen that before anyway. So yeah, as I mentioned, his birthday is in May, just to correct that. 21st May. And he's 18, good potential, and he'll go straight into under 21s. We'll just leave him there for now and just see how he goes, and then see if he wants to go out on loan, and we'll leave that. So first signing, Federico Bonazzoli, assisted by head of youth development, I guess. So I wouldn't have signed him if it wasn't for that. So leave your thoughts on him. How good do you think he can be for us in the future? He attempts overhead kicks as well, a bit acrobatic, but I'm happy about the signing of him. Good potential striker. He'll be able to find the back of the net as he develops as a player. Already 13 finishing, so yeah, he'll be a good finisher. He'll be a good striker up front for us maybe in a few seasons' time, I feel. And also confirming our second signing of the window, Manolo Gabbiadini joining us. I'm happy. This is like more of a first team signing, so please don't look at it as me signing 2 strikers for the first team. The other guy is more for the future. Gabbiadini's for the right now, but it's not a bad thing by any means, because strikers is somewhere we need to invest in, and he's a winger as well. He can play as a winger when needed, so I don't feel we're overly investing early, but it's a position we need. So important deal there, I think. But I'm just thinking like where to go next with our signings. I suppose I'm going to wait if the centre back Rugani goes through. Getting in these Italian guys for sure. So here it's all confirmed right now. Can we get him into the training camp? Where are we? We'll go down. Manolo Gabbiadini. Unfortunately, can't add him. Oh, can we remove someone? We'll have to remove someone to get him in. Just someone like Yassine Fortuné, someone who's not really a potential player for us. Like this guy, I think he has lower potential. So either way, we'll take him out. We'll go out. And then Gabbiadini, we'll allow him to come into the team. So will we be able to get in other new signing? We'll go down, Bonazzoli, and then maybe we'll take out someone like Alex Iwobi. I checked him out in the first episode, didn't I? And he didn't have the best of potentials. So now we do have that Bonazzoli, he'll be like a not best striker in the league, but yeah, he'll be a top 4 player if he's developed right. Anyway, we still have to develop him, train him to become a good player. He's got the potential in him. Just need to help him to kind of reach that ability. So. We sorted those out, Gabbiadini signing, and even with those guys, Bonazzoli, maybe to sort out his training a little bit. We'll go training. Right now, we'll just work on his playing position. Not sure additional focus, apparently, to work on his agility. Yeah, maybe so. Only 11 right now. That's a good suggested one to do for Bonazzoli. I'm liking the signing of him. Really cheap. $1 million. Should say that in his stats history. 1 million move. Interesting what kind of... I don't want to overanalyze too much, spend too much time thinking about him, so we just move on, but I always like signing these kind of players with potential. That could be like a star, like we sign him that cheap and he could end up just being absolutely fantastic. And we'll do send on intensive language course. I'm just wondering how much that affects him. Like, how much would it take out of training? And playing time, and how it would affect him in that way. I'll do it, and I'll see how it pans out. Because like I said, it's a feature. I want to find out how it works. So we'll see how it goes. And will you look at that? Daniele Rugani has decided to join us. I'm really happy. That he must really want to play for Arsenal. Like, there was other teams he could have went to. And he could have went for more of a first team. Well, I did put squad status first team. I'm not sure if I actually selected that, did I? But either way, he decided to join us. And hopefully, he can show some nice signs and join. So all of our signings, surprisingly, it wasn't planned this way. It's just the way it's panned out because of their talents. They're all being Italian. And like I said, I didn't plan it that way. It just, turned out to kind of be that way because they're good players that were available. Just the way it's turned out. It's probably not a bad thing as well, so they can learn from each other. That will be good. The work permit was rejected for Diakite, so I'm kind of maybe accepting now. It may not be accepted. But it says Diakite would be unable to play for Arsenal without a work permit, but could be loaned out to FC Lorient. I hope so. I hope that it just happens like that. In the past, it just rejects. Diaz, the guy I was thinking about signing, it's still really young, especially with defenders. Ooh, Sanchez injured 2 to 3 weeks. Not ideal. Training camp is underway as well, so... we're making these moves now. Hopefully want to round up this episode pretty soon. Hopefully, we're still going to have money in the bank though, but I want to keep that in reserve in case, we want to sign Rugani permanently. So we just because money's there doesn't mean we have to spend it. The squad is pretty balanced as it is. Also here with the training camp, I've added Daniele Rugani there. I'm not sure... while I'm able to offer 41, now I thought the maximum was 40, because, I don't know why it was capped before, but either way, Rugani, will add him to the training camp, to hopefully, play in some games in the lead up to the season. Happy with the signing of him. Again, I just want to check any training specifically, with him I should be doing. Apparently, even he should be improving his agility. I'm not really sure about that. I want to improve his tackling, 14. I want to kind of, start to improve that right now. We'll go tackling. There we go. And also, if we go tactics or just whatever way to see the team, and we've got the big selection. How do you change this up? Got to go back to the filters and take off under 21 squad. There we go. And Gabbiadini. We'll check out his training again. And I'm not sure what should focus on his agility. I think we'll just focus on quickness in general, because that will cover the pace as well. So hopefully, just to become a quicker player, because they're all 14 for pace, agility, and acceleration. So work on quickness to improve all of those. I suppose acceleration and pace. Oxlade-Chamberlain, thigh strain, but we do get the win there, which was good to see. 2-1. Diakite decision going to be made in 6 days. So I hope he can, even if we have to end up loaning him out. I probably would do that anyway, only being 16. Well, generally you don't send him out on loan that young, but I want him to get the work permit at the earliest age he can. And here the board return with the affiliate club verdict, which is, it's good to see. Sometimes they don't come back with anyone. So just China. I might as well just do the highest valued one, I suppose. But I'm not sure if their training facilities and youth facilities mean anything. But this team has average and average, so I'll just choose them for that reason. A little bit cheaper annual fee as well. So we'll just go with Shangang, which sounds like an interesting name, but yeah, they're probably going to be a similar output, I would imagine. So we do end up getting another result in the friendlies. We win 1-0 against Philadelphia Union. It says Arsenal finally took the lead when inside forward Jeff Reen Adelaide scored a close range effort on 44 minutes. So it's good to see him step up, a youngster. That's really good signs. Really good signs right now. He's got decent potential in him. Yeah, he looks like he could be pretty good. Obviously, going to need good development. Giroud. I saw that injury, thought it could be a long one, but only 5 to 7 days. Hopefully he'll be fit enough for Chelsea game. Backroom advice, we'll see what they're kind of suggesting right now to me as we hold the meeting. There's a lot of stuff. I might do that, privately. That's a lot of stuff to go through. And how many more friendlies do we have to play? 2 more. 2 big results. So actually, do we still have to wait for anything to go through? Or we've made all signings we have. We'll go to transfers. Yeah, Diakite. Actually, it was supposed to be decided today, isn't it? Yeah, he's going to join now. So Diakite set to sign for Arsenal. His work permit, what is he going to say? He's going to need to... I'm just trying to read here. Maybe he might need to join. Just says his youth contract as well. I'm just seeing, wondering about the work permit situation. So we'll go through that. But I'm happy to sign him. I'm happy to get him as an Arsenal player for sure. Where are we? We're going to have to... I'm trying to find the part where it said he has to get a work permit. So, does it say... Okay, it says here. Apparently, he's deemed not to be a high enough standard for a work permit. Okay, I'll understand that if that's the case. It could be loaned out to FC Lorient. Have to wait 120 days. Okay, that's fair enough. So what we will do... Does it say it there? Usually you can't see it here for whatever reason, where it says he needs a work permit. So what I do, I just go to under 21s, and then you go find him. Where is it? Diakite. Yeah, it says the work permit, the WP. I'm not sure. Can you see it in their profile somewhere? Either way, we're going to send him out on a loan. Or can we? Yeah, I was wondering that. You can't, because he's only 16. I'm pretty sure. But usually it says affiliate, doesn't it? If I go to see an older player, just for example, this guy, 18, transfer. I'll click on someone. I wanna see if I can do this. Development. Yeah, you can see move to affiliate, FC Lorient, but that move to affiliate is not there for him. I'm pretty sure he has to be at least 17. Yeah, you can't move to affiliate. So I'll send him on an intensive language course. So that's understandable. So maybe I'll just even put him in the youth team for now, being only 16. So leave your thoughts what I should do with him. I'll move to the under 18 squad for now, but at some point he is going to get it because he's going to be good enough. Is that still going to be... Yeah, that's not really a negative anymore. So he's signed. He's signed for sure right now. So I reckon that should be the bulk of the transfers. Yeah, that's it. And the rest I'll just play like the rest of the friendlies. Just, of course, assistant manager. Well, technically Arsene Wenger's handling them. And yeah, next episode will just be Chelsea. So I'll just play those off camera, nice and simple. Or this video will go even longer. So yeah, get ready to set up to normal length videos, I suppose you can say, from... the Community Shield game against Chelsea. So all those transfers will be made. We still got transfer budget. Maybe I could negotiate transfers within those videos, but I'm pretty happy with the squad how it is right now. I'll just leave it there. Maybe you could leave your thoughts for other signings. Injuries look very troubling in a minute. At attack, look all those injuries. Looks very troubling. But the squad size is pretty big. But for now, I'm gonna leave it. Maybe leave your suggestions. But for now, that's it. Don't forget to drop a like, and I'll see you guys next time.